Confused about where the Audi Q3 fits in? Well, don't worry, so am I. So let's go back to basics. This is the third and smallest addition to Audi's Q lineup of SUVs. It fits into a new segment already occupied by the BMW X1 and the Range Rover Evoque, and it takes line blurring between a conventional hatchback and an SUV to new levels. At first glance, the Q3 might look like the Q5 or any other Audi for that matter, but in fact it's 250mm shorter and 60mm lower. Plus, it's got this sleeker, more steeply raked rear screen and a wraparound tailgate, a bit like the Audi A1. Inside here there's still space for 5 adults, and if you fold those rear seats down there's almost 1400 litres of load space, which should be plenty for most. And yet again, the interior quality is stunning. It's honestly second to none. Although I would say one thing, and that's the sat-nav screen that pops up out the dash here. It looks fantastic, it does its job beautifully, but it can obscure your forward vision just that little bit. 2 engines are available, a 2-litre petrol and a 2-litre diesel. Both are turbocharged and get direct injection, and both get 2 power levels, 138 horsepower and 168 horsepower for the diesel, and 175 brake horsepower and 208 horsepower for the petrol. Lower powered models get a 6-speed manual, while the top models get a newly developed 7-speed S-tronic gearbox capable of disengaging its clutch when you come off the throttle for greater efficiency. And the focus is most definitely on efficiency with the Q3. It's Audi's first Q car to feature a front-wheel drive only model. That only comes with a 138 horsepower diesel engine, and it will return around 54 mpg at the pumps and emit just 138 grams per kilometre of CO2. In fact, the Q3 is the most efficient car in its class, and it has the lowest running costs. But what's it like to drive? Well, like most Audis really. Refined, quiet, unruffled, but hardly thrilling. Having said that, it is comfortable, as long as you don't order the S-line suspension and stick with the smaller wheels. The petrol engines are smoother and ultimately faster, but need to be worked harder than the more efficient diesels, which is why the oil burners will make up a massive 85% of UK sales. Hopefully that's helped you to get to grips a little better with the Audi Q3, but is it a winner? Well, personally, I'd have to say yes. It's better to drive than the BMW X1, it's just as good to drive as the Range Rover Evoque, and it's more efficient than both of them. It's well priced too, with prices ranging from just under 25 to just over 31 grand. But for me, there's just one problem. It's lacking a little bit in excitement and desirability, and for that reason, if I had a 30 grand cheque in my pocket, I'm afraid I'd be writing it out to Range Rover.